Hello, everybody, and welcome to HuckyTalk.
By the way, Jake has a job.
I have a job. Woo! I have a job now. Hooray! I have a job. I'm getting paid money.
He's getting paid the monies. So today's HuckyTalk will most likely consist of a series of intro videos. I don't know how long each of us will take to do the intro video because I'm going to look up right now what our questions are going to be because I'm prepared.
Yay, Greg.
Greg is ready. Oh, by the way,
His scar.
there's Nalani's here. Where is she?
Because I was...
No, not the diabetes thing.
Hey,
geez.
sound
Just
off.
be prepared.
Hey,
He's prepared.
hey.
What?
Is Nalani here?
No.
Where is she?
I don't know.
Who is it?
Huh?
Are you Nalani?
No.
Say hi.
Hi.
Hey, Nalani's here. Greg's here.
I'm here.
That's Greg.
That was the first voice you heard.
Jake's here. Hi. And then also
That's
we
the voice I
have
hear a lot.
we have a guest on our show today. His name is what the fuck's your name? I'm sorry, let me try that again. His name is what's your name? Steven.
Welcome to the show, Steven. He's only been our friend for I don't know. How long? You've been friends
He's
with
been my
school.
friend for 13 years.
Man, you
so.
beat me out. You knew her in middle school or something like that, right? Yeah.
7th grade.
I kind of knew you in middle school, but didn't
Kind
really
of.
know you until high school. So
I kind of knew you in middle school, and apparently because of that, I knew you, but I don't remember you
Did you know me?
because you hung out with Greg and Joey, and I hung out with Greg and Joey.
I knew Greg. I knew Joey. Greg and I spent time secondarily just because I spent time with Joey.
Guarding the Oz.
let's start hanging out. This is actually
All
really
right.
good.
Bye, everyone else.
No, I'm just kidding. You guys are pretty cool too. You know?
No, that's good.
Yeah.
I think I was friends with you first.
I think so. Spanish class does that.
Spanish class, man. That
Or
was something else. That was an
Bringing
interesting
non-Spanish
class.
speakers together.
Yeah.
One class at a time.
I got through Spanish 3 somehow, and that I would have done Spanish 4, but I couldn't do it the third year. I don't remember why exactly, but
I did it all 4 years. There were 6 of us in Spanish 4.
which language did you take, Steve?
I did not.
You did not.
No.
Oh yeah,
I
what
went to
was?
OTEC.
Oh yeah, that was the alternative.
You
That's
took
right.
English.
He took English at Motec, everyone.
Bobby, how can you be failing English? You speak English.
All right, so the first question on here is: were you named after anyone? So I guess we can start with Nalani and then work our way around the table.
Because I'm easy, yes.
Yeah, well then
Yes.
go ahead. You're easy starting point because you also are easy at being a starting point.
And it doesn't have to be your first name; it can be your whole name.
Well, my first name is Hawaiian because I was conceived in Hawaii.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Please go into more details for our audience.
No, the end. My middle name is the same as both my mom's and my grandma, who are both the oldest of their siblings and born on a Monday.
Ooh.
And then my last name's named after my father's line. So that's my history.
Yeah, but we learned recently where that's from.
Yeah, so I'm not German.
Nalani thought
Not German.
Not on my dad's side, no.
Subheader. Nalani thought she was German for
I
a
thought I
long
was
time.
like a lot.
Like a lot German, but now we're learning from her dad's side she's not as much German as she thought she was.
He's, what was it? It was a little bit, potentially a little bit Italian, a ton Greek, and where was the Detwiler?
It was not Switzerland, but it was
Yeah, I think it was Switzerland.
it was somewhere in that area. So
Which is why I have the weird spelling. It's
he's
not
like
the typical
0%.
German spelling.
She's like
Yeah.
0%
And it's because
German
it's
on her
actually a
side.
Swiss name. It's
Really?
not a German name.
Interesting.
I mean, my mom's side's super German, so I'm still German there, but...
She's still got quite a bit of German, but just not as much
Right.
German.
And I have Greek, which I'm actually kind of excited about.
It gives you the right to throw plates on the ground and yell something.
Opa.
I was gonna say oompa, and I was like, that doesn't
Not-
sound right.
That's polka.
I was like, oompa? That's music. No, I'm not
dude.
gonna say it, but I said it
man.
anyway.
Well, polka, man, that's Willy Wonka. Oompa Loompa.
Doobity do. Do we have another story?
That's my name.
Okay, so Nalani was Nalani, and now we have Jake.
Oh, we're going.
I don't know why I'm speaking every time we do a transition, but
Because you feel like you need to.
I don't feel like I need to.
Greg feels like he needs to.
I don't want to keep doing this.
It's okay.
Okay, Jacob said.
So who am I? My first name, I don't really know what specifically came from it. Jacob's just a very common boy's name, and my parents liked it.
I like your potential girl name if you would have been a girl, though.
I think it was if it was just an alternate boy name.
Oh, really?
I don't know. It might have been a girl name. Supposedly from my parents, there's somewhere in the mix they were going to possibly call me Angel. And the reason I think for that, the more I think about
realize you were Latino,
right? Well, part of the reason for that was because my parents had some trouble conceiving me. I don't know exactly what it was. I couldn't say for sure. It was specifically this thing. But I think the idea was basically they had difficulty with conception. They never had any miscarriages or anything, but they had difficulty conceiving me. And so I think the idea behind that was if we have another baby, it's going to be a miracle baby. It really is. And so they ended up having me as well. My mom wanted to have more kids than that, but it was the hand she was dealt, and so she only had 2 kids. I think Jacob was just a name they liked. Biblical, works. But Jessica and Jacob sometimes is whatever. Anyway, my middle name is Ted, and no, it's not Theodore, it's Ted. Which I'm it's a middle name. Why would I shorten a middle name? But people always ask my dad that, because my dad's first name is Ted.
not Theodore.
Not Theodore. Is it Theodore? No, it's just Ted, T-E-D. And the reason for that is because my great-grandpa, when he came over from Italy, his name was Attilio. And he came actually through Ellis Island, which I learned recently. We went out to New York, and while I was there, I looked it up, and it turns out he actually came through Ellis Island.
Really?
Anyway, but he came through Ellis Island, and they were like, nope, no, that's too Italian. Something else.
Yeah, change it.
Something else. Yeah, his full name was Attilio Zandi Giacomo, and they were like, no, something easier. And he was like, Ted Zandi. They're like,
What's Giacomo?
It's just, Giacomo is Italian. It is shortened his name, but Giacomo is James. Actually, is Italian for James.
Okay. I was thinking Jacob, which is why I was like, maybe that's actually...
No, I'm pretty sure it's James, which actually is why my dad's dad was not at all, because he's the other side of the family. This was my dad's mom's dad, but... Anyway, so he came to America, changed his name to Ted, and my dad was named after him. My dad's name is Ted Zandi, and then my name is Jacob Ted. And so that's where my middle name comes from. And Adams is my dad's side, Claro. I don't know that much about my dad's side. My papa was just never particularly close with his family. And so I never really met them.
You have some great-great-great-great-grandfathers that were presidents.
Probably.
One that brewed a beer.
It sounds nice. I'm going to say yes. They were at work, actually.
Sam Adams.
Because I work at a cable company. I work at a cable company. We actually have TVs on sometimes and just have whatever playing because we're a cable company. And part of it is we actually do need to make sure that the TV feed is working. And so we'll have a bunch of TVs just on some random channel. But we'll have a bigger TV sometimes. We turn on and watch a show or whatever. And there was a movie that came on. I forget which one it was, but it had Amy Adams in it. They're like, oh man, Amy Adams, I love her. And they looked at me and they're like, you related to her? I was like, I don't know, probably. Maybe call her, have her come in, you can meet her. They're like, no. I'd be too embarrassed. Anyway, but Adams is just very common. Scottish English of the Isles.
He came from the island.
The Big Isle?
One of the isles over there.
Island.
Not the Bad Island, that's Australia.
That's fair.
It's true.
Sorry to our Australian people out there.
G'day.
Yes, it's going to make them feel much better.
Me too. That's why I say
Bobby.
g'day. Come on.
Come on, mate.
I'll talk in your native tongue. It's very English.
Some shrimp on the bob.
That was too English. That's another game to play. We played that game, I think, already, of accents. Anyway, who are you?
Who am I? I actually have a bit of an interesting story for my name.
Tell me.
My first name is not named after anybody. My mom just liked the name. My middle name comes from my real father. His middle name is Joseph as well. And then I have 2 last names, Knapp, Cook. Cook being my father's side, Knapp being my mother's maiden side. The Knapp side has been in the United States for about 10 generations now, coming from West Virginia, mountains, hill people basically.
Moonshine.
Moonshine, yes.
And Mountain Dew, right? Yeah, that's where.
That's exactly where it comes
somewhere.
from. Yeah.
It's
Make the moonshine by the light of the
Yes.
There you go.
Anyways.
that's Knapp, aka McCoy. So
the cook side is actually German.
how do you spell that?
Koch.
That's not how you spell cook.
You're right. It's not.
Try again.
I don't know how long that side has been in the States, but I know that my great grandpa went over to Europe in World War II and found a German mask, like gas mask, with the spelling of my last name on there. So it's very much German. I guess that's the origin of my names.
Sweet. Well, that leaves me. My first name, Greg, or full name Gregory, is
My first name, Greg.
just a name that my parents liked, I think. There's no special connotation behind that.
I'm the only special first name.
Good for you.
Good for you, Nalani.
I was the
Miss
most common
Hawaiian.
boy name in 1991.
For now.
This might be spoilers for later, but little known fact about Nalani, she was conceived in Hawaii, the island of the pineapple, or the originator of the pineapple, but doesn't
their
even
state
like
fruit
the fruit.
It's pineapple. My mom called me a pineapple princess growing up.
And now she hates pineapple because she was emotionally scarred from that series of events?
No, I just don't like it. I think it tastes sour.
Oh, she's a bad person.
That's because she's cocoa.
Yeah, I like that. I just don't like pineapple.
Yeah, that's a joke that was only for our audience. Everybody else missed it.
I think I missed it.
We'll find out.
Whatever. When Ted goes back and does the review. Oh yeah, who's Ted? Well, we're not done with you yet.
Well, not
Greg.
done with me. I got distracted.
Shut up.
Dad, right?
Yeah, it's my dad. Yeah, no. Has no
So, my middle name is Reese, spelled R-I-E-S, and that is my mom's maiden name. And they gave it to me because they figured that the Reese family is pretty much dying out. Not because there's a lack of kids, but because they are all girls. Almost all girls. And it's like, can't have one guy, one guy kid? Can't have one little boy?
No.
Della is gonna die after my dad.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, he didn't have any guys, so.
Mm-mm.
No
And my
boys.
uncle, his brother, didn't have any kids. So, no more
Don't
Della.
let each dies with you.
So, pretty much my plan, when and if I have any kids, is to give one of the boys that middle name Reese, so that it doesn't actually die. It lives on in infamy of middle names.
How is it spelled? R-E-I-S?
R-I-E-S.
R-I-E-S. You should have two boys. One should have R-I and the other one should have E-S. Now, why is that? Because then each one of them would have some Reese's Pieces.
Anyways, moving on to my last
I don't care. I'm
Shankle.
glad I did it. I regret absolutely nothing. Go ahead.
name. The origins of the name Shankle are a little interesting because my name is spelled S-H-A-N-K-L-E, pretty much how it sounds in the English language. But the original I know is more like S-C-H-E-N-K-E-L or something very German like that.
That's more.
But then my dad and his family claim that we originate from Ireland. So what I think happened is that all the Shankles lived in Germany for a while, but then some of us split up, branched off, and then went to Ireland, and then changed our last name to that spelling.
In Ireland.
So it's more English.
So it was a little more English
So
that way.
you could blend in a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know. It could have happened when we went to Ireland, or it could have happened when we came over.
Right.
Too.
Oh,
so.
she uncle.
Are you the only non-German?
I might be German. I don't know about my mom's side. I really don't know anything about my mom's
What's
side
her
as far as
maiden
lineage.
You haven't
goes.
done the test
Scott.
yet, like Nalani?
Yeah, I figured
And
that one
then
out.
Hunter.
Yeah, my mom's maiden name is Scott. My grandma's maiden name is Hunter, and before that it was trying to think.
Those are all English names.
Yeah, it's very English. I can assume that it's not German, but I also don't know.
I would safely assume.
I would safely assume
I have two extra German names on my mom's side.
one of them is also very Irish.
Eichhoff
Yes, definitely.
and Sloppy.
Slappy.
Slappy.
It's supposed to be Slovak,
Slovy.
like from Germany.
Yeah.
But when they came over, they heard
S-L-O-P-P-Y.
Slovak and put Sloppy.
Those immigration officers were not the best. They're like,
I feel like they were just trolling at that point. They're like, what
He
can
was
we make
doing-
out of this?
He was doing some of my ancestry, and he's like, "Do you have family members named Sloppy. I had never heard that name before. I was like, no, you're definitely with the wrong lineage. And I asked my mom, and she said, oh yeah, no, Sloppy. That's
Yeah, we
the
got
thing.
some Sloppies.
I was like, what?
What?
How could you not tell me, Mom?
Right?
Sorry, Shankle.
Wait, hold on.
Wait, hold on.
Why?
Hold on.
Bye.
HuckyTalk style.